All right, good morning. I'm Brooke. This is Two Gun. Welcome to week 4 of Two Guns Pick-6 Party. Two Gun, how are you doing today?
Doing okay. Rough little morning, but I think I'm okay. I think I'm awake and ready to hopefully tackle this slate. We'll see what happens. It's weird.
Fully
It's like only
caffeinated.
week 4, and there's all these injuries and all this stuff going on, and it feels like late season, but it's not even a quarter of the way through it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's things are shaking up in the NFL, and you made big money picks last week. So I need to know, how did it end up? How much did you win? What's going on there?
I did pretty well in the first games. The second games, the night games, nothing. Well, kind of blah. But yeah, I had a few combos pick. A few six hit combos in the first set of games. So my gross winnings were pretty impressive. I posted them on Twitter. You know how it's like touting life goes. It's like the gross is always a lot better than the net winnings, but it's still been a pretty decent year for me at NFL Pick-6. A lot better than my regular DFS. I'll leave it at that. I can't really win much there. It seems the last week was okay, but like picks for whatever reason, I feel like Pick-6 is generally what I've been doing better this year, and I'm definitely going to keep trying to focus on it this week.
I love it. So we're liking Pick-6. It's a good game. We're loving it. Making some
Well,
money.
well, one thing that's nice about Pick-6, if you're like kind of a DFS player like myself, is that the swings aren't so extreme. It's not like I'm winning $200,000 and then some guy catches a touchdown and now I'm up $3,000 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
not that extreme. You don't generally go, lose, when it's there's just a little bit less variance involved. I mean, if you do just the 6 or higher, now they have Pick-8, then there's gonna be a little bit more variance. But if you do like the Pick-3, Pick-4, you can minimize it some, and if you do enough Pick-6 combos, you'll probably at least get 5 out of 6 in one of them if you are doing things kind of intelligently. So that's what kind of nice thing about Pick-6. It's not so. It's kind of like the new DFS cash games, as us old schoolers would say.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it too. I think everyone
What,
has. It's
I wonder if
definitely
you
fun.
know where that cash game versus tournament lore comes from, because you were probably a baby. Yeah, that's
Yeah, no.
so. So back when you were probably a baby and like I was playing online poker, that's what we were like. There were cash games, which is poker for like you just buy it for money and you're playing. You bet $5, $20, like it's just cash. And there's the poker tournaments where like the World Series of Poker. So that's where the DFS sayings of cash games, like the 50-50s, the double ups versus the GPPs, which is like the tournaments. That's where it comes from. And
Interesting.
in the DFS world, we don't really have them. Those cash games have kind of dried up. But
Yeah,
Pick-6 might be the new DFS cash game, which for
I
those types
like
of
it.
people, hey, even I'm like known as a tournament guy, but I don't mind myself a cash game every now and then. It's a little less crazy.
I like it. It's a fun one. What are your changes going towards this week? What strategies are you changing? What are you seeing?
Well, one thing I kind of like doing is really trying to focus on a game script of a game. Like sometimes I might take like if I'm taking the under in the quarterbacks, but I think the team's going to win, I might take the more on the running back. So I'll take the more on the running back, the less on the quarterback and receiver too, and then maybe I'll take the less on the other teams, some of the offensive weapons there. Basically saying Team A is going to crush them on the ground.
All right.
The question, Brooke, is there a team that you like to crush the other team on the ground this week? I know you're thinking immediately, is it going to be the Rams or the Bills?
Let's see. Ah, I don't know. My one pick, because I do have Kyron Williams over half a touchdown, but then I also have Tutu Atwell over receiving yards. But I mean, you're always going to have that running back that's going to rush it in, but still in the air with Tutu Atwell, even though they're without weapons, Puka and Cooper. I think we can lean on Tutu for this one. So yeah, going on it's kind of just, I'm kind of going passing this year or this week. I'm going heavy passing for both my teams. Because then also you have, the Ravens, who they're the first defense for stopping the run and then dead last in stopping the pass game. So I'm going pass game for that one too. So
I was about to say,
tough ask for me.
Those types of things where I talk about, kind of guessing a game, like a game script. Those are great for the one games, the Sunday night game, the Bills Ravens. But you're saying no. We're going to beat them on the air, is what you're trying to tell me.
Right? We're going to have to.
You're going to have to?
We're going to have to. They're number one in stopping the run. So I'm thinking, all right, let's air it out. We got Josh Allen. What more do you want? Don't ask for more than that. And I think I have.
We can just go ahead and skip straight to the Sunday night game. We'll come back to. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to share a screen.
We're getting too excited about our picks. We're going to go back to the strategy, but we're going straight.
We'll go straight. Okay, so the way we could do that, we could do the Brooke way, is you're going to want to take more on Josh Allen passing yards.
Yep, Josh Allen.
And who is he throwing it to? Who's he going to throw it to?
I actually have him James Cook over or more receiving yards. He was at 21.5 last time I looked, but I think we just go those short little guys to James Cook. Utilize him in the air.
I feel like if he's throwing it for at least 232 yards, you can probably choose at least one more pass catcher.
That's insane. I mean, you can really go anywhere because he really does spread out the ball. So really, anyone's a pretty good safe bet on the Bills, I think, as long as their yards aren't too heavy. Dalton Kincaid, always a good grab. We're always going to throw a couple to him, and I think he's going to hit his over receivings. They never give him too many, so always a good grab. I can't see it too well right now, but yeah, what is it, 36.5?
38.5.
Yeah. Crush him over.
It's funny. I haven't really looked at the night game that much. And I really like.
I did.
I really like. Yeah, of course you did. I really like Keon Coleman last game. He didn't really do much. I think he had that touchdown, right? If I remember.
Yeah, I have him more than half a touchdown this week as well.
Well, I don't think DraftKings is going to offer that because his odds of catching on rushing. Yeah, they just have James Cook and Josh Allen there. Because his odds of getting one are just definitely less than 50-50. But one thing I like looking at is the FTN snap count tool for these Bills receivers, just to kind of see who they're using. They use Keon Coleman 91% of snaps week 2 and 31% of snaps week 3. So I don't know what is with the Bills. You know what it is? It's because they were just crushing. They just crushed the Jag. I guess you can't really go by week 3 that much because it's like Mac Hollins was in there for 72% of snaps. So I don't know. Like that was just a weird game. So maybe you can't.
That was a crazy game. Yeah. I think you more have to look at the matchup this week with the Ravens because they're kind of sneaky. Like they're 0-3, but like
that the Bills are going to crush them, or is this going to be an aired out, close one that I'm sure you're hoping the Bills end up winning? Like what are we doing on the Ravens side?
I think it could be close. I have Derrick Henry more 69.5 rush yards. I have him over. It's Derrick Henry. He's going to run the ball. So I don't know. It's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like last week. The Ravens are good. It's prime time. You're always going to get to go up against a good team. And I saw, on Bill's Twitter, Bill's X, everyone was talking that they didn't want the Ravens to win last week because they wanted them to win last week because they didn't want to go up against a no-win Ravens because it could be tough. They could be hungry and they could get us. So I don't think it's going to be an easy one. But
what you could do is you could say Henry over 68.5, and then maybe take Lamar Jackson on less. Okay, we'll let them run the ball some, but they're not going to be able to air it out. So you take Lamar Jackson less, maybe the Zay Flowers, and you have yourself a pick-6.
I like it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in already.
Let's go. The Brooke pick.
The Brooke pick. All right.
Always got to have one for my Bills.
And I think I'm supposed to say, like, these are just picks we like. Don't have to do it yourself or whatever. I don't know, whatever. I just went ahead and did a little bit. But that's me. I do lots of lineups every week. So this is really
absolutely. I like that one.
And
That was the one that I spent most of my time on.
well, anyways, let's get back to this first set of games. It's an interesting set. I try to look at like what I'm doing often. Like, am I doing a lot of mores or a lot of less?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm doing kind of a little bit of a mix in the first set of games, but generally mores. I kind of like it's first funny. At first, I was hating on the Jags a little bit and going on their unders, but I kind of like the overs, the mores on Trevor Lawrence and his pass catchers like Kirk and Thomas, and even maybe Gabe Davis because he is probably going to be playing. I don't know what you think
Absolutely.
about that, Brooke.
I like it.
Is there any in these early games that really are bringing out your eyes? Like
I
really kind of
stuck
like,
on my Rams and Bears then. I got Kyron Williams
oh,
over
I
that
don't even know if I'm going
touchdown.
to tell you what I like in that game. What do you
Caleb
like for the
Williams
Rams Bears
over
game?
pass yards.
What?
I like Caleb Williams over pass yards. I think he's gonna have to air it out to compete against the Rams
Okay, we are
defense.
in agreement there. I
Yeah.
like Caleb Williams as well. I don't know why. I feel like everyone is kind of starting to give him shit for some reason. But it's not like the Bears are going to be able to run the ball. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, I have DeAndre Swift under rush yards.
Yeah.
So I think it's solid.
You can pair that if you want with the one game thing, and obviously take somewhere on the Rams on the over.
Yeah, I got Tutu Atwell over receiving yards. I think, without Puka or Cooper, kind of leaning on him. I like a couple deep ones down the field to him. So smashes over.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you on that, and I'm not really sure what I think. It's interesting that they have one, a line set for Roshan Johnson, but it's just one of those things where it's like, to me, it's like when you have these like random ones that are like a guy running for 30 yards, like, do I really have an opinion on Roshan Johnson like running? I will say that's like I will sometimes look at the FTN tool.
Yeah.
And go to the event, and we'll go to let's see what they say for Bears, Rams, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Rams versus Bears, rushing yards. DeAndre Swift, they think DeAndre Swift is going for 50 yards. So our
Dang it, Rose.
like the overs on the mores for the Roshan Johnson and DeAndre Swift. I don't know what to tell you about that. They like the running. They also like the passing on the Bears, and not so much on Matthew Stafford. What?
That's tough.
I don't know. Do we need to talk to Frank about this? Do we need to work adjustments?
I'm concerned.
They don't offend you. Because everyone really thought your Rams were going to beat the 49ers last week, but alas, I do those circa picks and stuff like that. That was like the one I got right. I went 1-4 on like everything. I was terrible last week with my sports betting picks. I had some great DFS like wide receiver calls, like Romo. I don't know. That's like Odunze, Romo. I don't know, and a few other guys, like Mari Cooper, who I seem to tout every week. And there's like Juwan Jennings. Oh, I should have mentioned that. But I said him because I knew they were going to be trailing and had to throw it against the Rams. That's why I like Juwan Jennings. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had some great calls on DFS wide receivers, but my sports betting picks were terrible except for the Rams.
I like it. Hey, we had a sneaky little game right there. It was a fun one.
Yeah, and but they got it done, and anyways, I feel like I took you way off of our little script that we.
It's okay. What I really want to know.
One thing I wanted to say.
All right, go.
Like I'm a little puppy that's just like running around in circles. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to reel you into that.
I just, it's like when I see my 3-year-old running around like I took him to T-ball. See, I'm running away again. I'm running away.
You're off again. Here we go.
I'm doing it on purpose because I feel like it. Anyways, like he's like in his like second T-ball game, and he sees a bounce house. He's like, bounce house. So I'm like, T-ball. He's like,
T-ball.
And I had to tell him, the thing is, Brooke, you don't have kids, so you don't know yet. The most important thing you can do with your children, one of the best things you can do is you get to lie. You just make up shit. It's where Santa Claus came from, and you get it. You get why there's Santa Claus. Like, I'm Jewish, so we don't really have Santa Claus, but like Hanukkah Harry is like a script from SNL, and like I'm making him real. I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna get Hanukkah Harry unless you blah blah. So anyways, I told him that the bounce house rules, where you have to hit the T-ball 3 times and run the bases, and then they'll let you do the bounce houses. And
That's a solid lie, though.
Then in the eye, I'm like, those are the rules. I didn't make the rules. The bounce house makes the rules.
It's not my fault.
They're not going to let you the bounce house unless you get the T-ball. That's why they have the bounce house. Like, who would want to hit T-ball? Obviously, that's why you have the bounce house. So, anyways, you have to lie to your children. It's one of the. It's like I'm not going to say it's a parenting skill. It's more like a parenting thing you must do, and it gets kind of fun after a while. So yeah, I took it way off. So, anyways, what I was talking about originally.
You're all over.
One thing you can do on DraftKings is you can look at what other people's picks are. It's a little tough, and I want to say I might be one of the few people that actually does it, because most people just don't even. I think a lot of people don't realize playing against other people. That's the most important thing to understand with this Pick-6 game is you're playing against other people. You want other people making wrong picks because that's less of the pot you have to split if you're right. And so what I'll do is I'll download and look at everyone's picks. And I'll generally see, like, what are people doing? And the thing about when you have a lot of games, like in this first set of games, people just go all over the place. They just go, they are like,
taking their favorite guys.
This game. No, that's not how you should do it. If you want to play a bunch of different games, that's cool. Do different pick sets. Like, focus one pick set on, like, one quarterback and his receivers, maybe another quarterback and his receivers. Or if you want to say the team's going to rush it, and the other team's not going to be able to rush it, stuff like that. Like, don't do, like, this one quarterback passing yards. A different random dude's going to get a touchdown. Another guy's going to get rushing yards. And then a kicker or two. Like, no, that's not how you go about it. Like, kind of like keep up just 1 or 2 stories going on. And if you want to tackle different games, if you're doing, like, I know you're not going to do like $50,000 like I do, but if you do like $50 like a normal person, do like $10 $5 or $5 $10. Don't just do one $50 and all the stuff you like. Do a few different things. Every week I check to see if people are learning, and clearly they are not. At least not yet. Maybe because I'm not pretty enough, Brooke. Like, maybe they come in, they see you, oh, look, pretty girl, and they say, I don't listen to this dude, and then they click off before they hear anything we say, You
got to give me the tips before the show now.
But
all right.
I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show, Brooke.
People are listening. Don't worry. People are going to listen to you. They see the cash that you brought home last week. They better open their ears. Cash money's talking here.
You know me. It's like I'll win like $60,000 there, and I'll lose $60,000 at DFS. It's like whatever.
So are you making those big money bets this week? Is the money going back into Pick-6 this week? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, I'm doing a lot of Pick-6 this week. I'll probably be doing like 30 or 40,000 all said and done today. I'm fairly, like I said, at least, I do the same amount on regular DFS too, by the way. I'm very transparent that I do a lot, and I often lose. I don't like when I post my losses on Twitter all the time.
No.
If I'm not posting any wins, I'm probably losing. That's just how it is, okay? But there's more, like the prize pools are bigger at DFS, right? There's just the prize pools at Pick-6 are smaller. It's a newer game.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at how much I'm doing as a percentage of the prize pool, like I'm doing more on Pick-6 because I think it's an easier game to win. That regular DFS is hard, very hard, high variance. People generally know what they're doing. We have to do weird meta stuff to run in circles to get an edge. Pick-6 is a little bit more straightforward, a little bit easier, and less variance. So I'm going to keep pushing the Pick-6. I'm going to keep racking up those credit card reward points as I, make my little deposit.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I got some massive credit card flex going on, like plus, especially since
Free
like
flights for
I
life.
don't go anywhere because I have all these kids. It's just like I would like you log in my like one of my points. I'm like, damn, I got near 2 million like Hilton points or something like that. I'm like, what?
Let's go.
I know. Like it's funny. Like one day, like I might just disappear and they'll be like, well, we know he's probably at a Marriott or Hilton because he's got all those credit card points.
Absolutely. You need
And they're
to
like
book a
tracking me,
whole
like,
vacation. Wait till
yeah,
after the
like, oh,
season,
I'll be
though. We
like
got
a
some
two-gun,
shows.
like two-gun, like travels the nation type situation here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
gonna build a
we could
massive
do that.
house with this own little bowling alley on my own street, and then I'm just gonna leave and never everyone's ever see me again. And everyone's like, why did he do that? He's an idiot. And then like kind of the Forrest Gump thing where he just starts running and then like he stops. That'll be me. Like I'm like, why am I traveling? I have my house. Like I should just go back there.
It won't even matter. You just, you can go full nomad on us as long as you just keep winning these bets and keep jumping on my show every week.
House on my own little street. Like, why would I go full nomad? It's just dumb. But like that's something I would do. Like I'll go full nomad, and then I'll realize like midway, I'm like, why this was stupid. Why did I do this? And then I'll just like walk back home.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, it got away from me a little bit. Like sometimes I mess up. Like I don't think I'm so smart. Like I'm not. I'm okay. I'm just, I'm old. I like to use I'm almost 42, so that's in like this fantasy football sports betting world. Sports betting I feel like is a little bit older than fantasy football world. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? It's the talking world is younger than the people world. Like there's lots of dudes like me out there, but like we don't want to listen to other dudes like me talk because we're like, I'm stuck with myself all the time. Why do I want to listen to me? That's why there's like generally the hosts are younger, and you know what I'm saying? Like most people on FTN are younger than me.
Yeah.
Damn
crowd. Well, we were all over the place with this show today.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it got away from me, and it was told. I sent you scripts. I was like, Brooke, we're gonna do these 5 things, and then I'm just like, yeah, never mind, let's go.
Let's talk bounce house. Let's talk.
I mean, whenever I talk to the people that are your age that are like pre-kid but like kid age adjacent, I gotta start talking about that life. It makes me feel smart. I don't know what to say because it's like I'd be like, I know more about this than you do because I have to deal with it every single day. And
you know more about Pick-6 than I do as well. So all the things I'm learning from you.
That's true. I do know a lot about Pick-6. I have been doing this a lot. I do.
Yes.
It's fun.
This is why I lean on you.
Totally different,
Yeah. This is why I'm running all my picks by you before I go place them right after this show. Now I know that I got solid picks, so we're good. We're gonna have a good day.
Yeah, it helps that your 2 favorite teams just keep winning everything. So
Well,
Brooke life is good.
Brooke life is good. Brooke life is going to be good this year. I better be holding the Lombardi Trophy for one of my teams in New Orleans in February. That's all I'm saying. I need a party. But hey,
I just blank. I'm like, we're gonna have a massive Super Bowl party at my new house, Brooke, and we're gonna watch one of your teams. I'm like, first of all, if your team's
I'm gonna be there. I'll be there.
Ready till next Super Bowl. So I will. Who cares? Anyways, it was a thought, and like as the thought was coming through, and I was like, wait a second, it's a bad thought.
No, she got me in New Orleans. No matter what, I'm going to New Orleans. I'm not missing a New Orleans party. This Super Bowl is going to be a good one. So,
the most important thing about New Orleans, Brooke. The most important thing. The most famous thing in New Orleans history was
what?
Because I got second at the DraftKings Fantasy Football World Championship there in 2022.
Hey, it's a lucky spot. I like it.
I got like 1.25 million, and the best part was the guy that got first, Chipotle Addict, who's like won more at DFS than me, like one of the few guys that probably has. He didn't even show up, so like I was the big winner.
Oh my god!
I won in the quarter, but like I was the only one there, so like I was the one with the trophy, and I was the one that got the speech, that's what it's all about is the trophy and the speech.
Yes. Well, last time I was in New Orleans, my dad won a Super Bowl for the Saints, so.
Wow,
it's a lucky place for all of us.
There's a little trophy. My dad won the freaking Super Bowl. So
I like your trophy too.
How about you go back home to your bounce house? You know what? I got a show with Alex in 5 minutes. We're gonna talk to DFS.
Yes, you need to jump over.
I don't know if he's watching this or not because he's got a TwoGun. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to handle it. As
He's got to know. Two guns on one today.
He's very good with numbers. He's very good at football. He's one of the. He's younger than me, but he probably knows more about stuff than I do. But like I'm older and like more senior and have more money to throw around, so he has to like respect
there you go.
There, even though he's like, God damn it, I know I'm smarter than him, but I'm gonna be nice. Even if he's acting crazy, I'm gonna be nice because I respect my elders. That's he's so sweet. He's a great guy.
What a guy! What a guy! We all love him. All right, well, you guys jump over there. Have fun.
He's ready for this TwoGun. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ready.
I'm about to break down coffee drink number 2. So let's go.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea. You don't need more caffeine.
All right. Next show is just for FTN Daily subs. Me and Alex will be talking about an hour about this main slate. I'm going to be all this injury news. He's going to update me. He's going to tell me about our GPP scores, all these proprietary methods that are actually pretty good. And I'm going to probably have to adjust all my lineups. But the one thing I like about Pick-6, once you make your lineup in Pick-6, it's done. They only let you adjust it, which is good.
You just walk away. Let it happen.
If a guy gets scratched, let's just say if a guy gets scratched, goes from like a Pick-6 to a Pick-5, so it doesn't like hurt you if a guy gets scratched. It's nice because it's one less thing I have to worry about. Whereas with the main slate, I got to make changes last minute or whatever. Anyways, Brooke, I'll let you go. I gotta go bug it.
Everyone jump over to the other show. Y'all have a good one.
I'm sure your team's gonna win by 30 or 40 points, just like they always do, Brooke.
Thank you. I'm gonna have a good day. You too. Good luck.
All right. Have a nice one.
All right. Bye, everyone.